Hey everybody, Barry Green here for the video lesson. Today I'm going to talk about George Benson blues type licks. I'm just going to play a bunch of things for you that I've learned over the years from listening to a bunch of George stuff, and I'll write them all down in the PDF. So let's get started. I hope you enjoy all this. Alright, so in no particular order, one of the ones that I hear George do a lot, if you use an F7 chord for instance as an example. So he would play, this is, these double stop things. It's a, so that blues, or the minor third, and sometimes you hear him kick it off kind of like with a, so I'm playing the note C here, but ghosting it pretty dramatically. That's another one right there. And a lot of these, whether it's George Benson or Pat Martino for that matter, both those guys seem to be kind of emulating the sound of an organ, like a B3 organ. So all that stuff is, again, is this, I forget who played this first, whether it was George or Pat, but anyway. And out of this little pattern, you can get a lot of things going, like, so you got the double stop again, and that's real trademark George Benson stuff there. So so that's a bunch of stuff right out of that very basic blues pentatonic scale. And then you have same kind of stuff here, and sometimes connecting all of it, like so a lot of this, as you're hearing and seeing, is a lot of it is, ghosting a lot of things and maintaining that real swinging kind of a feeling. So it's harder to do this slower, but let me just moves like that. So what you hear is blah 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 with the triplet sound that you would get. But again, the stuff is really not that articulated, it's more ghosted. But I did spend a lot of time just trying to get that, in other words, getting that triplet feel with just brushing the pick across the strings, but keeping it in time. So even there, although it's you don't hear the third part of the triplet as much, you can hear it in there too. And I'm just using the D in this time, the D. And really, as I'm listening to it, I'm not so sure that's even that important. It's just getting that note that you can kind of bounce off of like a trampoline. So, but sometimes you hear him do. So. So that's basically the stuff that I work with out of, and then there's all these variations, but out of this position. Sometimes I'll get, same thing here, you have, so a lick that you would probably normally play pretty readily, with the F being held down. That's what I was talking about with the B3 players, how they would hold a pinky down and keep that one note ringing. It's personally, I think it's an emulation of that. And the same stuff is kind of available to you. It's real typical George-esque. Slower. Let me show you that. So again, but when you're coming out, that's a big part of it. You know, that whole. There's another good one. And that's just playing down the pentatonic scale. Pentatonic scale. Let's see, we'll do that a little slower. Another one you hear him do a lot is, and for the longest time I thought he was doing it differently, but let me just show you the way that I've discovered it is. You'll hear him go, you know, real typical blues kind of sound. So what he's doing there is, for the longest time I thought it was, but I knew something wasn't quite right about that. And it works well on the other set of strings too. You'll hear him do that extraordinarily fast and clean. That balance between. So let me just play some more blues stuff, and I'll stop if I come up with something I haven't shown you yet. But you know, it's not to say that it's limited. It's like everything in music. A lot of it's just the way you play things. And I think the thing that took me the most time to get together is that overall triplet thing. And maintaining that, having a strong groove when you're not, you know, it's one thing to play the actual notes, but it's the ones that are ghosted. I was explaining earlier that was the hardest. So let me. That's it. So be da blidum. So let me just play a little bit on F7. You know, I'm going to take this up to G, because sometimes you'll have lines like real, and I don't have that option when I do, but if I'm using an open string, I don't want to do that. And that's another classic. And what's nice too is, you know, again, I don't know if I'm taking this any further than these giants have, but I do know that, you know, I've gotten into trying to do this all. So I'm incorporating a lot of things being held down, like the G is held down, C is held down. So I've got that original, but which sounds great on. And one other one I should show you too. I might have shown this in another lesson, but it's just a blues scale that he's harmonized with fourth voicings. So in G. That's just thirds. So there's the real blues sound, and there's the real diatonic sound. But as you can hear, all along that descending thing is ba blia da da blia da, and those blia dots I'm singing are those triplet figures that are ghosted. Sorry. You know, it's the matter of just sweeping the pick down. That might be a good exercise right there to work on this. So I think that's about it. Short lesson, but a lot of information. As always, I'll write these licks down for you on a PDF file. It's great stuff. As we all know, George Benson is probably one of the most soulful swinging guitar players that ever graced this planet. That's it. Thanks for the suggestions. Keep them coming, and I'll talk to you next time. Thank you.